Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lost Skies. In the last episode, we crafted our ship and went ahead and made our way over to Island 2. This is the ship that we came up with, and, yeah, not much to look at, but it's ours. So let's go ahead and move forward to the island here. We're going to try to get as much of Island 2 completed as we can before we run out of time for the episode. I'm hoping I can kind of breeze through these islands since I kind of vaguely remember where everything is, sort of, kind of. I always have to find everything again for the most part because I'm not good at remembering stuff. So I always, like, sometimes I'll have a little bit of a moment of recognition when I go through these places, but for the most part, we're just going to have to fling ourselves around the island and hope that I remember where certain things are. So let's get over here to where the island is, and then we can start searching around for the information cores, chests, and all that kind of cool stuff. I think I'm going to park over here in between the two islands here just to give a little bit of a bridge between the two. I mean, there's already kind of a hanging bridge there, but I'm not sure where I want to start. So I think we might go over here to the left, check this island out, kind of mark it off as being done. And then we can head over to the other side. I also think there's an arc here, so we'll definitely be heading out to that. I mean, at this... Oh. Huh. So, yeah, that's an issue. I didn't really leave myself with a way to get out of here very conveniently. But that's okay. That's what redesigns are for. We'll figure that out later. Let's head off in this direction. Make sure we have our gun. Oh. Found a core already. And a turret. I had a feeling there was one. I really, really would like to get the next gun. This gun sucks so hard. Okay. Oh, I guess these guys want to fight me. Switch back to my pistol. And we'll harvest him, because he has some materials that we can use later. Or, we'll get the crap hammered out of us by this guy. Alright. No, thank you, sir. Just give me your stuff. Oh, there's a third one up here? What the heck? Whatever. It's fine. We get some materials out of it. So, that's one out of... Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring up the map. Second. I gotta bring up the map for this so I can have the information I need. I do believe that island number 2 has 5? Oh, no, there's supposed to be 6 here. But if I'm honest with you, I don't think I've ever found all 6 on this island, and normally, when I get down to the last one and I'm having a hard time finding it, I kind of just take off. That's why the thumbnail for this says mostly a walkthrough, because I don't have the patience to try to find every tiny square inch of everything. Especially in games like this where they go out of their way to, just make it difficult to find things. That's fine. There's some people that like that. I personally do not. Oh, how about we eat some food? So we can do that, we can do that, and we can do that to get some serious stamina boosts. Okay, so we got the data core over here. I don't think there's really anything else significant on this side of the island, so let's get around to the other side over here and start looking around on the island here. Alright, let's get our weapon out, because you never know when a turret's going to pop up. Oh, like that one. Reload. I'll take that cloud mushroom and some weapon propellant. Pick up all this stuff here. Okay. So, that was just a chest. I guess we can kind of swing around to the right side of the island and see what else pops up. Got some mantas over there, but I don't really want to fight them. A cave here. Now, when you're going through these areas, there are places that are clearly mostly just for mining. And you can kind of start to tell once you see what's in the cave. If you're starting to see a bunch of ore and like mushrooms and stuff, like this cave here is clearly, I think, clearly kind of exclusively for mining. But this island here is kind of split in half, and as you can see, we have a little thing here. Oh, there's a power core there too. So this will be 2 out of the 6 that we need. Go ahead and grab this chest here. See if it gives us anything interesting. It does not. So we need to turn the switch on, which activates something. What did it activate? Oh, it activated the laser here. I didn't see the laser because it was on the other side over there. So we just need to go through and do this laser puzzle here. Let's go ahead and do that. Hop up over here. And find the other one. Always got to look around for it. It is down there. Alright, cool. Let me just do the same thing. Grab this guy here. Just look for another red one. That would be that one. Fortunately, the sun is in our face, so there's always that. Usually, it's back, but who knows? This one could... Oh, it's over here. As it flings us gaily into the air. Back over this way. So it's got to be back. Oh, there we go. Sometimes they're down, sometimes they're up. I can't I'm just getting really lucky that I happen to be grabbing the right ones. Or I happen to be going the right direction, because I really don't remember where they are. Oh, there's a drone spawner in here, and that is our... That is the solution to the laser puzzle. Okay, so let's get our... I haven't picked up a better weapon, have I? Not yet. I'm going to get rid of my manta leather because it's just taking up space. And the deer hide. All the rest of... I don't necessarily need to hold on to iron ore. I want to hold on to the stone until we get the forge, because that's kind of important. But as for the rest of this stuff... Yeah, we kind of have to hold on to the rest of this stuff. All right, so let's get ready to get over here and kill this drone spawner. Ran out of ammo. Come on. All right, that takes care of that. Is that just the one drone? There we go. All right. So that takes care of that. Let's get the chests opened. Ah, clear reticence. Sweet. All right, we are going straight back to the ship. I think we unlocked the research table on the last one. Clear reticence is my favorite pistol because it does a lot more damage. So we got to go back to the ship immediately. Alright, I think that's it for that. I believe that there's like a doorway back here, but you have to open it from the other side, and I don't quite remember how to get to it. We will find it. I've been there several times already, so it's not that hard to find. But yeah, we need to go back to the ship, wherever that is. Where's the ship? Is there a reason? Am I losing my mind? Are we not registered to our ship? Oh, that's a problem. All right, so let me try to find. That's a problem, because if we die, we're gonna have to go back to the Ark. How did we not register to the ship? All right, well, since I'm sure those of you who know what you're doing were screaming, but for those of you who are actually using this as a sort of walkthrough, you actually have to register to the core of your ship, because if you don't... All right, I think we're back over on this side, but I don't know. So let's go back this way. I'm assuming that because it's not showing up as a marker on my compass, that it's not, that I didn't register to it. So, yeah, that's a problem. Alright, up we go. Go to the core. We did not register to the ship. Holy shnikes. Okay, well, there's always that. Alright, so let's learn the schematics. We got the basic wooden connector. It's good for wings. Clear reticence, which is an amazing pistol. Sticky bun recipe, and a decoration recipe. So, let's head over here and craft our clear reticence. I love this pistol. This is a great starting pistol for those of you who don't like spray and pray methods of shooting. So, we can take this, and let's see. We need to reorganize our inventory a little bit. We'll move all of this over here, because unfortunately this pistol is relatively large and takes up a lot of space. But now that we're done with the small pistol, I'm never using that again. We can reorganize that, and then I can take something out of my inventory. Maybe those? I don't really care about food. Oh. That was stupid. That was stupid. How about we upgrade our clear reticence and then make it? That's the smart thing to do. You know, we might as well get as much damage as we can. So that was a waste of a clear reticence, but that's okay. We'll just chuck it over the side. We're going to have to remake this weapon a few more times as we slowly level it up. But this is really what we're going to be focused on. So, where did that other one go? Oh, it's over here. So we got, see, this one does 281 versus 249 because we leveled this up. This is now going to be our primary weapon. I'm saving this for my rifle slot once we get denied ascension. That is going to be our next major weapon that we are going to... That's going to be our next primary weapon. It's a sniper rifle. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, we're going to swap out that... the crappy little metal... I mean, I don't think that the... Yeah, it's just... The survivor's gear is about the same... Is the same tier as the makeshift gear, but... The makeshift gear just looks kind of eh. At least the survivor's gear actually has a decent visual on it. We don't have the cooking stuff that we need. And unfortunately, the game is trying to... Oh. Well, I guess that would do that. Yeah, I didn't leave myself a good way to get on top of the ship or to do anything like that. So let's... Alright. Alright, seriously, can we... Oh, man. Okay, let me do this. Let's see if I can get up here. I'm trying to get on top of the ship so I can just... There we go. Because I want to chuck stuff over the side, and doing it inside is just not working. So, let's do that. Oh, okay, we got that stupid bug where it insists on just dropping it straight on the ground. That would explain why that's happening. Alright, let's just come over here then, since it's not going to let me chuck it. Since it's not going to let me chuck it, we'll just drop this straight here. Since you're going to be that way about it, I don't necessarily need to carry a bunch of... Is it just clothing that does that? Okay. I failed to put a cupboard on my ship, so unfortunately... Don't necessarily need to hold on to multiple stacks of that. We don't need to hold on to multiple stacks of this. Alright, we don't need to hold on to multiple stacks of those. That can go there. That can go there. We don't need to hold on to that. I definitely want to hold on to at least one of these in case we die on an island where there is no atlas. I've had that happen before. Get rid of our extra weapon there. That can go there. Put that there. Just do it a little bit. It helps to organize your inventory a little bit, just because sometimes it says you run out of inventory space, but then you didn't really. So unfortunately, we're going to have to leave that just sitting there. Okay, so we found one power core, or one data core over there. We found another data core. Did we find another data core in that area? I don't remember. There was one next to the activation for it. So the other thing we need to do is we need to figure out getting into the area where we can open the door from the other side. I don't remember exactly where that is, so let's go this way. I just want to make sure that we've done everything on this side of the island that we can do. So we'll run over here as we swing ourselves crazily. There we go. Alright. Oh, there's a turret shooting at me. Alright, so now, oh, you know what? As always, there's always a step in the process that you forget. Ammo kind of helps. This weapon uses a different type of ammo. It uses medium ammo rather than the small ammo we were using. So how about we go take care of that? Okay. So craft items, we need a medium ammo. I'm gonna make myself 200, just because I like overkill when it comes to ammo. I don't want to be in the middle of a situation and then I run out. So we got 200 ammo there. We'll stick this extra 3 right there. And now we can reload our weapon. And we're ready to go. Alright, let's go back over there. Maybe. If we can convince our grappling hook to cooperate. I really would like a one-button hook and yank. Alright, did we come over here? Yeah, we left a tech brief over here. How did I do that? So, let's just follow the path here real quick. And then, yeah, I think there's a turret here, right? Where it is. Alright, took that guy out with 3 shots versus like the 20+ shots it would have taken with the other gun. Survivor's arm wrap. So we should be able to start swapping out the crappy, or I don't want to say crappy, it's all the same tier, but the metal armor just looks kind of eh. So, you know, while looks aren't everything, it's still nice to have visually appealing gear. Alright, let's get up here. Oh, there's another core up here. Sweet. Alright, that's 3. That's 3 out of the 6 that we need. What else is up here? Maybe a turret. Yeah, of course there's a turret. And now it only takes us 3 easy shots to take care of those. Alright, so my son actually did a really good job of getting this puzzle figured out, and while I would love to get access to those, I just don't feel it. It's a massive pain in the butt puzzle, and I just don't want to do it. I think there's something up here for us to do. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember this guy. So, we just get this one to point at the statue. And we get this one. If you double tap it, it basically hits it and then gets it to go like that, and you can rapidly do that. So that activates this, which opens up a panel here that allows us to go down into this area. So, I screwed that up. Alright, that's fine. Let's get over here. Let's get ourselves some room to maneuver. Get ourselves a little bit of momentum here. Then we shift up and let go. And that gets us into... Ah, I didn't quite make it. Boo! Alright, let's try that again. Alright, let's go this way. Not like that. That, I think, did it. Alright, cool. And then we gotta go this way. Oh crap. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Turrets. 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 No, no turrets, please. There we go. Alright, cool. Down we go. Down we go. Down we go. Alright, cool. And we made it to the bottom. Sweet. We'll just sprint through this because it'll level up our sprinting. I would imagine. Yeah. Jury-rigged ammo feed. Cool. Let's go ahead and do some sprinting in here. Doing this like this. We'll open up that and a chest. Pick up all the stuff. Ah, data core number 4. Excellent. All right. And we get some free gear. Another jury-rigged ammo feed. Great. There's another chest here. All buried by stuff. And then a big chest back here. What is this one going to give us? Survivor's hood and a survivor's shirt. So we'll go ahead and swap both of those out, and we'll just drop our old stuff. Because there's no sense carrying it. You can't disassemble it for anything as far as I'm aware, so... Now we are fully kitted out in survivor's gear. Yay. And we're going to spend most of the rest of the first half of the game complaining that we're not finding the next set of gear. That's the way that works. All right, let's see here. Let's continue running through here. Oh, it's over here. Button in there that opens the door that lets us out of here, so we don't have to go all the way back the way we came. And as you can see, we're back in that room that opened. We went back through that door that we were saying that we had to figure out. All right, so for the rest of this, let's climb back up the island. Get over to the other side again, and just kind of see what we can figure out here. Alright, so our ship is over there. I don't really want to go back over to where our ship is, so let's go this way. Because we went back up the wrong side, I guess. Oh, there's a little guide drone here. So let's go follow him. See if he takes us to a power core. Or, I keep saying power core. They're data cores. They're data disks. Alright, come on, dude. Well, there's our... There's the Ark for this island. As I said in the past, not every island has an Ark, so... Why is it still saying begin our adventure? That's mildly frustrating that the quest didn't update. That might be a bug that will never be fixed for this character, but that's okay. Large curved lip panel. We already found that? Really? Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it, but... Alright, let's make our way out of here. And then, yeah, we can just look around for a minute. See if there's anything else for us to check out. Is that... What is that? Oh, that's the Ark. I mean, I guess we might as well head over to the Ark. How many data disks do we have? We have 4. We can go ahead and open up a couple of things real quick since we're over here. Might as well. Run inside. Hit the Ark computer. You can pause to read that if you'd like. You can pause to read that. And that. And again. And again. I'm trying to give you, those of you who are interested in the story, the chance to read it, but I'm not going to sit here and read it again, so... And there you go. Alright, Ark computer. We definitely want the forge. We want the cooking station. We want... The Ark repairer would be nice, or there's that. You can read that if you'd like. And again. And again. You can pause to read that. All right, cool. So we have 2 discs remaining on this island that we could get. We also have 2 discs that we can spend now. I think what I'm gonna... Well... I'd like to have the Ark repairer, so we're just going to go ahead and do that, and then if we get the other 2 discs on this island, we're probably not, because I don't have the patience generally for that. But let's run down the pathway here and see if we can find at least one more. Oh, there's a turret over there. Let's get him. That takes care of him. Oh, yeah, there's a data disk right next to him. This is probably going to be the last one that we're going to get because I don't recall where the next one's going to be. We do have a little puzzle here. I don't see any markers or anything that let me know. Oh, wait. Okay, there are. So this puzzle is not that difficult. There's little markers on top, and then the order on the wall over here tells you what you need to do. So we need to do bird, down, up, shield, badge. That's how I remember it. Bird, down, up, shield, badge. So we've got bird, we've got down, up is broken, and then shield and badge. That's the way we need to do that. So bird, and then down. So we do that. Hold control to let it reel out. Down. Then we go over to up, which is broken. Make it hard to tell, but that's what that is. Then we go all the way back over to shield. And then we hit badge. Alright, that does that, and that gives us access to all of the gear over here. So sweet. Go ahead and do that. Big chest. Big chest that gave us virtually nothing because we already have access to the Pulsar version 0.3 or B.3 or whatever it is. Oh, I don't think I've ever been up here before. Never really paid much attention to it. Oh, come on. Alright, so that's that. So yeah, normally at this point I don't really have much left to... There's not much of the island left to search once you get to this point. We can check out this cave over here, but you can usually tell once you start seeing burning coal and all that stuff that it's pretty much just intended for you to have access to resources. I mean, it's always possible that there's something in here, but most of the time it's just going to be resource gathering. So you don't necessarily need to get all of the discs. You're going to run out of recipes. You're going to run out of things to unlock long before you ever get to... I have like 20 or 30 extra discs on my main character that I can't use because there's nothing to use them on. So you don't necessarily need to worry too much about unlocking every disc, because you're not going to be missing out on anything. They've given you way more. They've given you access to way more discs than you need, and so spending a bunch of time trying to find the last one isn't necessarily the best use of your time. I need 3 before we're going to be able to unlock the next energy module. So we're just not going to mess with it. We're not even going to bother going back to the Ark because we need another data disk for that. So yeah, that's island number 2. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels. And so that option is there for you should you... Oh, we got the barn door hatch flap. That's going to be awesome for when we're ready to do rudders. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for the next video, and I'll see you then.